don't have any time for any gossip now.
I'm an executive producer. So look, all jokes aside, I want to go back to, they said my DoorDash and I had my dinner. I love you guys. But all jokes aside, Dr. Heavenly, I watched what Dr. Simone said about me. She was asked about Quad's interview with me. And she said she's not speaking to Quad right now because she's doing blogger interviews, right? So she said it once and I was like, okay, whatever. Like, it's all good. And then she was asked again about it. And she said, Quad doing that blogger interview. And then for me, it was like, I don't know what issue Dr. Simone has with me. I have never once, and you tell me if I'm wrong, Dr. Heavenly, I never once said anything crazy about Dr. Simone. And what's unfortunate to me is this. Don't try to discredit my work. You know, if I was a blogger, I would be a blogger because there's nothing wrong with being a blogger. But just like she's a doctor that went to medical school for 4 years, I don't call her Simone. I call her Dr. Simone. I don't refer to Jackie as Jackie. I refer to her as Dr. Jackie. Me and you are friends and you're my dentist. I never call you by your first. I call you Dr. Heavenly because you work too hard to earn that degree for me to discredit you by saying, girl, reality star, or girl, this. You're more than that. So for her to say that was foul, I thought it was very immature of her because it shouldn't. Your issue with Quad is your issue with Quad. It has nothing to do with me. I never say anything crazy about Dr. Simone. And if you want to know who I am the CEO of Kingdom Reign Entertainment, a multi-million-dollar production company that has shows that I created called Love and Marriage, Huntsville, DC, Detroitville Collective, The Encore, and the list goes on and on. I am a podcast host. I am an award-winning journalist. I'm an award-winning podcast host. I own everything I do. And for you to try to say a name to weaponize me, it just, to me, was weird to me because of bloggers, we have hit shows. Our shows are hit because bloggers talk about them. I have a podcast where I invite bloggers on my podcast because I want them to get the same credit that they deserve for making my shows hot. Don't disrespect bloggers. And what it sounded to me, Heavenly, and I want to be real with you, Dr. Heavenly, it's sort of like this elitism that is happening where because you're a doctor, you feel like you're better than other people. For you to call this black man who hires more black people that has come through your office, that was your way of trying to discredit me and diminish me. And you would not do that to a white person. So for you to call out this black man, is the people you talk to in your interviews a blogger? No. So at the end of the day, what I would like to do, raindrops, please, please, please tag me your favorite blogger on Twitter. Tag me your favorite blogger, and I will give 2 free tickets to a blogger to come see me on January 21st to see me and Dr. Melody Rogers, okay, to have a conversation and hashtag bloggers.
So guys, I have to agree with Carlos King and everything that he stated with regards to Jackie acting like I'm sorry, not Jackie. See, Dr. Simone is acting a little bit like Dr. Jackie. I mean, Dr. Simone acting like an elitist. Like Carlos King is young and he is much accomplished. To try to diminish his value is just very weird. Even myself, I'm a blogger, honey. I have 3 degrees. I've been to school, but I've worked hard. I've been a principal. I've been a teacher. So I created my own school. So I didn't just work for somebody, although I've worked for people. I've worked for the public school system. And then ultimately I created my own school. So I've done some things too. So try to diminish people because you think you know their role in life is really, really weird. Unless, like Carlos said, he's really not a blogger, but he doesn't mind if that's the title you want to give him. But basically what she attempted to do was diminish him by just calling him a blogger. And thank you, Carlos, for reading her very nicely, because that was a read very much. She had that coming, and I'm just wondering, is Dr. Simone, is the reason why her and Dr. Jackie so close? Does she have that same personality, that just because you're a doctor, you're better than everyone else? I mean, I would imagine it's great to be a doctor, but just because you're a doctor, that's great, but it does not, by any stretch of the word, make you better than anybody else. Well, guys, we got another clip coming up. And it has been stated that Sweet Tea basically tricked Dr. G. Now, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, y'all remember when she slid in his DM and said she can give him what he wants, a baby? Well, it turns out she cannot give him a baby. So let's get into that video clip, and then we'll come back for our final commentary.
The fact that Sweet Tea, and I got a couple of questions, and you tell me if I'm wrong. Sweet Tea had a whole scene about being infertile, right? Not being infertile, having endometriosis or whatever. To me, she met with the doctor. Okay, that was interesting. No. The interesting part with me was at the dinner table, which I was not there because I would have asked the right questions. And she said that she went to the doctor a while ago, and the doctor told her that she's just going to have to deal with her pain. My question for Sweet Tea is, how the fuck long did you know you had these problems? Because look like you came to Dr. G with false pretenses. Look like to me, if you come in with a baby emoji and you got 50 to 75% chance of not being able to have a baby, that should have been discussed a long freaking time ago. You cannot come in my DMs with a baby emoji and you know you bleed and hurting. Now, I don't know when it started, but it couldn't have started this year. That's my question, and that's my drama for the show. Now I was pregnant when I got married, but my man know what he was getting, okay? Right? So don't talk about me. But what I'm saying is, if you're gonna come on this show, you're gonna watch this show, be a fan of this show, be a fan of Quad, want her life, and then come on the show promising a baby. Bitch, you better have a baby. You better have a baby, because all this y'all talking about, you had to have been down there. We get pap smears all the time. There's no way you could tell me that my walls of my uterus are falling, and bitch, I didn't know it. Come on now, don't do this season, this year, because honestly, that scene was taped at the beginning of the year. So she knew it at the beginning of the year that she was having these problems. Now, if she had it at the beginning, did she not know last year? Did she not know the year before? So when you gave me a baby emoji because you knew Dr. G really wanted a baby, and you came on the show with that pretense, I got a question with that. Now, all tea and all shade aside, my mama coming out of hell to whip your ass, because if your mama come to me, my mama coming out of hell to whip your ass and your mama ass. And the sister that I don't speak to will whip your sister ass, okay? Because I heard that y'all got a lot going on down there in them small towns, and I ain't even gonna talk about it. But what she need to do is leave me alone and understand why she came on the show saying she could get this man and knew, allegedly.
Well, the thing is this. I think instead of having Quad on her vision board.
Okay, guys. So as I mentioned this before in previous videos, Dr. G and Letitia Sweet Tea, they actually met because she sent him a DM message. If you guys recall, they talked about this on the show. Well, the message that she sent, she told him she can give him what he needs with a baby emoji. Now, what Dr. Heavenly is stating is she had to know that she would have a problem conceiving that entire time, and that she pretty much knew this when she sent him that baby emoji. And I spoke about this before on my channel with regards to that. So basically, is Sweet Tea, I don't know if I want to call her a fraud. I don't know what I want to call this, because I get it. She had to have known that she was fertile or possibly fertile. This is not something that she would have just found out. So you guys let me know what you think in the comments with regards to her basically promising this man, well, her husband now, that she would give him a baby, knowing that it was a very good possibility that she cannot have children. So you guys let me know what you think in the comments.